Okay, so today we have Morrissey, When You Close Your Eyes. This is a Carly Simon cover here, and 3.5 minutes long. Another one from California Sun. I mean, that's pretty much all the songs I got left. So what the hell? Anyway, When You Close Your Eyes, Not When You Open Your Legs, which is another great Morrissey song. But anyway, let's get into this. Talk about it after. Here we go. My God. Nothing else to say.
When you close your eyes, do you see white Lorelei? She's a dream. She's not half as magic as she seems, but she's so much fun to be with. When you close your eyes, do you see places that you've never seen? Yet you've been there. You've been walking on the edges of a dream, and you're so much fun to be with. Big surprise, you've been informed that you're not asleep. Hard as you try, you were never really meant to when you close your door with a sign, do not disturb. You must be disturbed to find that it's just as magic as it seems, and you're so much fun to be with.
Well, there it goes. Morrissey, When You Close Your Eyes, like I talked about there. Originally by Carly Simon, I do believe. And here, Morrissey, I mean, I gotta say, from the get-go, the production here, big, sweet as well. From the beginning, I mean, the guitar work here is just, especially Boz Borer is on electric guitar here. I believe this is the only track, from what I've seen on Wikipedia anyway. In the personnel, this is the only track. It shows that Boz is playing electric guitar. I mean, that sounds wild to say, but I do believe that's what it is. Yeah, acoustic guitar a lot of the time, electric rhythm guitar, and then electric guitar just on track 10. Anyway, there you go. So Boz, and of course, Jesse Tobias also on guitar started the track. But just cutting, I would say as well, distorted sounding, big, edgy. I mean, a lot of edge to this track, even though there's some lush electronics over top too, and it sounds sweet in that way too. You know, you talk about the production sounding sweet, but the electronic use here too, and how everything just at a point as well. It's a sweeping sound. It almost like it almost grabs you and takes you away. Like, if that makes any sense. It's so all encompassing. It's just so big. I mean, it's just a big grand sound. And to talk about that, I mean, I got to talk about Matt Walker as well. It's just his thunderous sound really is good for this track. It really it's what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? It really adds to the track. I mean, it fits the track perfectly. I mean, again, his style always seems to be very, again, thunderous, hard hitting. I mean, again, at points he can play for the song, he can play lightly, whatever the hell, if Morrissey's voice is going there. But here again, I mean, he's thunderous and it shows, and it really works too. And it's just, I don't, everything just about this, it's big. It's like the song I listened to last week, I believe as well. Another cover. But again, it's just, I don't know, it's just so edgy, and but at the same point, it's sweet, and yeah. Anyway, it's just, I don't know, it's big, and it's in your face. It's punchy. It's bold. I mean, these are things I was talking about last week. But this is another one though. Again, where he just. And there's some modernized, again, I say modernized, like electronic sounds, which I thought really worked too. I mean, it just, I don't know, it just added to the track again, and he kind of takes it, makes it his own. And I did see as well, from a quote here, if I could find, again, Carly Simon, because she did not write the song alone. It was Billy Murnett as well. Really got to get up there. My eyesight is great. Billy Murnett as well, who I do believe he was also, you know, an artist, everything. And he helped, I guess, Carly do this. And he said that, I like this quote. It talks about, you know, for Morrissey's cover, he says, "I was completely blindsided." He said he only found out about it when someone sent him an unofficial video for the track. And yeah, it's just, he says he likes it a lot. My goodness, he said it's a marvelous cover. So anyway, and I just love that, you know, I guess, you know, maybe a lot of songs that Morrissey did on this cover, people were taken aback by, or people were surprised by. But anyway, I just like to see that Billy was saying he's completely blindsided by it. But I got to agree with him that it fits Morrissey's voice very well, because I didn't really talk about Morrissey himself. I just talked about the big in-your-face sound here. And that sweeping sound, I mean, I'm almost reminded, a song that I always love, from the Smiths. I mean, we talked about Morrissey here. You could talk about the Smiths, I guess. Is Asleep, I do believe. It has that sweeping kind of wind kind of feeling to me anyway, you know, where you can hear the breeze, you can hear the wind going, or whatever the fuck. And at points here too, that's the kind of vibe it gave me, where I feel like I'm about to be blown away, or whatever the fuck. Anyway, but yeah, I just had to say that too before I talk about Morrissey's voice here, where again, he's crooning, and he sounds. This is a song that fits that very well. He's crooned many different times. You know, he's a great crooner, great deep voice on him, and strong vocal melody, strong vocals all together here. And again, just playing for the song, playing a song, singing a song too, which obviously speaks to him. I talk about it all the time, but he knows how to pick great songs, you know, for his voice or his style. And I just love that. It seems like for this whole album, I have not looked into it, but I've always said it, for this album, no matter if the songs were memorable, you know, this most memorable song from the artist or whatever, it's not like Morrissey did You're So Vain, but this song here from Carly is also well known, I would imagine. But he just picked songs, I feel like, that he spoke to him, and again, that said something to him, a song that struck a chord with him, and you know, it didn't have to be the biggest song from every artist. It was just songs that he liked, and again, it just kind of fit his vibe. During the pause there, I just wanted to listen to it a little bit more again, just because I forgot to mention a couple of things. Of course, Petra Hayden on backing vocals as well. I mean, her voice underneath Morrissey really fits perfectly. I thought she sounded brilliant on the on her not vocalizations, but on her backing vocals anyway. That added again to the whole mystique, or just the whole kind of soft feeling that the song gives you, aside from edgy guitar work and big sounds, whatever. The dog barking, I like the dog barking there. That was kind of unexpected, and I miss my dog, so that's very nice. And yeah, I just want to mention those things one more time. But again, talking about reality, talking about, I mean, death comes to mind here, or just closing your eyes, you know, missing somebody at the same point too, reality, dreaming, all that stuff. So let's get into these lyrics now, and here we go. So with the first verse, of course, when you close your eyes, do you see white Lorelei? She's a dream. She's not half as magic as she seems, but she's so much fun to be with. And again, Lorelei, I did a Cocteau Twins song, of course, where Liz mentions Lorelei, and I believe the song was called that as well. A mythic siren, I do believe, if I remember correctly. And just talking about dreaming, again, talking about these things that you might see in a dream, talking about whether it was reality, whether it was magic. I mean, again, I love how it's said as magic here. She's not half as magic as she seems, but she seems to be so much fun. She's so much fun to be with. Again, I don't know, it's just, there's a lot of where I don't know what the hell is straightforwardly is going on, but at the same point, talking about dreaming, when you close your eyes, going to a different place, going to, almost a portal of being somewhere else and seeing somebody that might not be real, might be mythical or whatever the hell, but she seems so nice to be with when you close your eyes. We have the second verse. When you close your eyes, do you see places that you've never seen? Do you dream about places you've never seen or never been to? I mean, that comes to mind. Yet you've been there. Oh, now we go. Yeah, but yet you've been there. You've been walking on the edges of a dream. You're so much fun to be with. And again, when Morrissey sings and you're so much fun to be with, it's hard for me to be like, because he's been self-deprecating, obviously, before. He's been kind of sarcastic as well. So to me, I was like, is he being sarcastic there, or is he just being real? I guess he's just being real. But yeah, and you're so much fun to be with. I don't know why in my head I say it like he's being sarcastic, but at the same point, it's just it seems like he's talking about how it's so much fun to be within the dream. And again, and talking about how, again, the difference between reality, the difference between and a dream, and the difference between escapism and all that stuff. When you close your eyes, you see these places you've never seen, but yet you've been there in your dreams. You've been walking on the edges of a dream. And again, dreaming, obviously a big thing. It is odd, how do we dream? All that stuff comes to mind. Why do we dream about the things we dream about? I mean, the other night, my last dream, my best friend was yelling at me, and that was very odd. And I fell asleep watching ASMR. I'm supposed to have good dreams, and I'm having bad dreams. Anyway, we have a bridge. Big surprise, you've been informed that you're not asleep. Hard as you try, you were never really meant to weep. Again, it's just... Now, there is different changes here. There is, where Morrissey takes on kind of a darker feel of the song. I mean, some of these lyrics are not all just, lovely butterflies and unicorns, whatever. It changes a bit here. But anyway, big surprise. You've been informed that you're not asleep. Again, we're talking about, you're not asleep. Hard as you try, you were never really meant to weep. And again, at the same point as almost saying, now pick yourself up. You were never meant to weep. Get back on track here with the third verse. When you close your eyes with a sign, or close your eyes, close your door with a sign. Do not disturb. You must be disturbed to find. And again, my sister, who sleeps her room's next to mine, there is a do not disturb sign on the door at all times. Anyway, you must be disturbed to find. And again, I just love that. Do not disturb. You must be disturbed to find. It made me chuckle for some reason. That it's just as magic as it seems. Again, we're going back to the magic. I like how that word is put in the track a couple times. And you're so much fun to be with. Again, I don't know if we're just talking about how, some things don't exist. A sign, do not disturb, is not like, it doesn't really do much because a person can still just barge in, if they don't give a crap about the sign, or again, about that difference between closed and open and whatever the fuck. And talking about dreaming and reality and talking about being in one place at one time. And my God. Anyway. And you're so much fun to be with, as the track goes at the end there again. And, you're so much fun to be with in the dream. And again, is she talking about somebody she's lost in the dream? She loves to dream because, again, she sees someone there that she misses or whatever it is. And I say she because I'm thinking about Carly Simon, but now Morrissey's version here, you can say he, whatever the hell. But the narrator here, they love to dream because they're missing somebody, or they love to dream because they don't like their life, or, dreaming, again, everything just seems so much better. It's better to walk on the edge of a dream than to live reality. But at the same point, big surprise, you're not dreaming. Yeah, you are awake. And, maybe at the same point, you gotta, start to be satisfied with your life, or take those steps to be satisfied. But anyway, hopefully I got something here. I don't know. But obviously a lot of talk about escapism, a lot of talk about, being yourself in a way, and finding happiness, or, there's almost seems to be some dark loneliness as well, peeking through. So, my God. But again, the main point, dreaming and reality, there's a difference. My gosh. Anyway, I thought Morrissey gave this a big sound, obviously. I have not heard the original, so I don't know what to say there, if there's a big sound there. But again, through the electric guitar work and Morrissey and his voice, and Matt Walker especially, too, on the drums, like I always say, and just that cutting guitar work just, gave it that punchy sound. So anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. I'm going to go now. It's hot as hell in this room. So thanks for everything. I'll see you next time.